All right. Hello, everyone. So let me just do mic checks and things like that. Make sure everything's working. Testing. 1, 2. No, testing. Is it not working? Let's check. Testing 1, 2. Testing. Testing. No, no, it's not working. Why would it not be working? Testing 1, 2. Ah, that's wrong. Right, testing 1, 2. I think it is working. I just wasn't hearing it. So, hello everyone. Sorry, I'm zoom out here quickly. Good. That now. Look at my normal stuff. Alrighty. Are we ready to go? So, technical difficulties every single time. If I could get it right, I would, but I can't. So, not. Alright, so we got this sketch today that we're going to work on. And we're going to try a new process flow. And that process flow is going to be from Mark Burnett. So I did share the link, but I'll probably share the link in the chat as well. If you want to follow along, or if you want to check it out yourself, go ahead. I have it. Paste it in the chat. Yeah, so this is basically me just trying a new process flows. Mark Burnett is excellent artist, so you should check it out. It's great tutorials. So yeah, he shares a 4-layer process here, and I've seen some other artists also using a very similar technique. So I was curious about how it would work, if it would work, whether or not it would be useful for me to try it out. And it's going to be quite interesting because it's got shading, which is never been my strong suit. And I know what you might say. It's like, Alistair, shading is part of the art fundamentals. So, yes, it is part of the art fundamentals. And that's why I'm also taking on this process, because it seems like a good idea for me to sort of try out these processes that rely on skills that I'm not so strong at. And generally, that would be like line work, which this is an existing piece that I have that I have done. That's on my Instagram if you want to check it out. That's, let me just send you chat as well in case you want to check out my Instagram. I wonder if I can share the exact same posting. It was a sort of a quick sketch that I did, like I used to do when I was trying to sort of speed up my workflow. what I did is I would do like time limited sketches. So between this one, I think it's 3 to 4 hours. And the idea was to kind of speed up my flow. So to worry less about the details and try to minimize everything as much as I could. So the sketch was really good, and I spent a lot of time on that sketch. So I decided that instead of me, just abandoning a nice sketch where I didn't spend much time on coloring or anything like that, I would then maybe take this to the next level and try out a new process while I'm at it and see if I can't, learn something new. So that's really what the strategy is here. So this is the original, well, the original sketch that I did. And that it hasn't really changed much. I sort of looked at it. I might make some changes before I start on it, just because some things did bother me about the sketch. And here's the reference. Very cute face. Very cool reference. I got it from Pinterest. So yeah. But yeah, so that's the reference there. And this is the sketch. So I'm not going to try to spend too much time on the sketch, because really the sketch was the purpose of this exercise. This exercise was to learn new process flow and see if the 4-layer technique would help me out, if it would speed up my workflow. That's one thing that I'm always trying to do. So I'm only a part-time artist, so I don't get a lot of time to draw. So speed is really important to me, because that means that I can make work quicker and in the time that I have, which is not a lot. So yeah, that's basically the strategy today. Now, whether or not I get to it quickly is the question, because there's a few things I don't like about this current sketch. Particularly this jersey really throws me. It's like, what's going on here? Looks like there's more material at the bottom here, and this kind of swoopy thing. Her hair also looks like super stiff. If you look at the reference, it might be that she's leaning over a bit more. It's also that I've mixed up two different sets of, or two different types, two different levels of the hair. So I might try to fix that a bit. Now, I'm not a neat sketcher, but the important thing about this process flow is the sketch is not that important, unless you like to leave your line art. That's sort of what Brent touches on. It's a style he doesn't really leave the line art behind, which is something that I've also started to adopt as well. Yeah. I rely less on, because my line work is something that I'm not that happy with. I tend to paint over it, render until you don't need lines anymore. Yeah, so it's sort of the strategy here. Although that strategy could change, evolving. So we're evolving. Now, the first step, I believe, in the video, the first like I said, okay. Yes, okay, so the first step is flats, but before I get there, I'm going to well, you know what, because we're not really going to keep the line work in place, we have some nice clean line work, and don't mind me, I've now swapped. If I keep reaching to the right hand side, like over here, if I keep reaching for it, it's because I moved everything onto the left hand side, including my layers, which used to be on the right hand side. So you're going to see a lot of me going like, where's this or that? Which just bear with me. All right, so since the line work is not going to play a huge part, and I'm probably going to correct things, especially the hair, especially this material, at a later stage, I'm just going to go ahead and like pick like a skin tone as the base color, and that's really in. Just make sure what should what I don't even know what that is. That's the line. It seems to be nothing, which is perfect because that's where we're going to put. Sorry, invert selection. So I usually, when I'm selecting, I'll just, if your line work is nice and neat. What I don't like about this particular work, or this particular sketch or this pose, is there isn't a lot of negative space, which I think is something that you're supposed to look, maybe it's not. I like negative space. I think it looks more aesthetic. Maybe we'll pick a little duller, since we're going to be shading over it. It's pink. There we go. I think that's like the first step. That's the first layer, right? Let's create maybe a folder. So that's, and if we really want to be not real, like I used to name all my layers. Now I don't really do it anymore. Let's call this flats, right? Flats. And now we can add the second layer, which I believe is the shading. I'm just going to check that. So I'm going to skip over. I don't know about the rules about this, so I'm not going to put myself in trouble. So I'm just going to skip to layer 2 in the process. Of course. And second layer is going to be my nightmare. So that's the fun part. Now, I have watched the video already, and I believe he just takes pure black soft brush, and really just starts to shade it, like the shadows, occlusion shadows, everything like that. It just really tries to turn it into a clay or a 3D object. So I'm going to try to do that, and this is probably the most painful part for me. And what I'm using is something that he actually mentions, I think, in this video. I do watch him quite a bit. So what I'm using is Magic Poser. So I've got Magic Poser here. You might see it on this screen. And it allows you to pose a lot. It's free to use. The only downside I see to it is you can't save like the pose. So careful, you might do what I did and like spend like a good 40 minutes learning the program, getting the pose right, and then accidentally refreshing the page and then ending up having to do it all over again. And this pose is just for reference, and picking in particular the light so I can see the form and shade. So the lighting in the original example, which is this one, yeah, it's better. So this is the original picture. Like you can see, there's kind of like a backlighting to this. I've never been good at doing most of the things in the shadow, and there's lots of bounce light coming from the bottom. What looks like tiles or something. A lot of white in the background, so it's reflecting upwards, giving all of this light, which would be pretty cool if I felt like I could pull it off. But that kind of the lighting is not clear, and with my shading skills as they are, I'm going to keep that close to my chest and maybe pick something a little bit safer for this particular video, because I'm trying to learn a new process. So I'm not trying to go crazy here. So yeah, that is today's work. And then of course layer 2 of Brunette's videos, layer 2 of it is shading. And so yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Just going to start shading based on this. So on that reference, I'll probably like just start with shading. General places. We're just trying to make it look 3D. Maybe don't. I'm supposed to be clipping to the layer below. Clip. So this is a car shadow here. So there's car shadows. I think, if I remember correctly, he said it's like maybe stay away from too dark. Whole chest here in this case is shaded. Shady. Pretty shady, like me. In this case, the closer art doesn't have it. What do you call it? Here. It's interesting. This whole part is a shadow. Very interesting. The shading generally, that's going to look really horrific to start with, especially with my shading skills. And this has always been the tough sell with shading for me. Tough sell being what do you call it? I'm just using both references now. Trying to figure out. Once again, shading. I'm gonna figure it out. Because the other shadows, the other deep. And then we might like erase some parts and go to detail on some parts. Different shadows. Yeah. The shadows there. So still now, yeah, he did say like don't go too dark. And then the shoulder somewhat shaded. Yeah. Just on the side. And then the arm. So arm is a little bit weird to me as well. Don't know what's going on in the eye, which we have. It's weird. It's weird. It's me. Yeah, we're just going to continue shading away. The front. This will be shaded. The leg. The feet are going to hit. The light's going to hit the feet and the inside of this. What you can do is you can just take the lasso tool. If you want to like be heater for shading. Shade it in. You can freely shade it without worrying about spilling over. But yeah, at this point, just shading away. Seems like it's a bit of a oh, this is anatomy stuff. Don't expect me to know much of it. Shade it here. This leg, this arm, it's completely in shadow. Fortunately, the whole front side of it is in shadow. And that's going to be interesting, at least. Because we could have just taken a big, but we're trying to not darken the shadows too much, right? So we want to shade like lightly, well, I guess. Just take a soft eraser, to just open up some values for ourselves. This is interesting for me. I won't lie. Very interesting. Can't let the lines, the actual line work, fool you either, because it's going to change here some settings. What is it? Maybe on the right. It's brightness, GI strength. GI strength, and then reason why is I'm trying to avoid downside at this point. I don't know if that's part of the strategy. For me, shading is difficult, so this is tough. And it's like always difficult for me to figure out the like where all the lights go, where all the shadows go. So this is like a really good strategy for me in particular, you know, like ah, here might push it a bit. Of course, a bit of a car shadow. This is what you're sort of thinking about as well. Car shadow, light. At the normal. figure that all out. Just there's a good chair. You could just use the blender, but probably maybe I should just use the blender. This is like the brightest part. Nose. Obviously the eyes. We're doing here. We're just slowly going through the day process. Not else, much else to say. We'll shade until the job is done. The nice thing about this is, I would say, what is nice about this strategy is there's not a hell of a lot of thinking that's required. So you don't have to think too much doing this. This brings me change everything to everything else. Which does it just soften it. So raise is maybe too eager to raise. Maybe we'll call it as a blending tool. Strength blending, blend. Just trying to make this a smooth transition. Like I said, it's not my strong suit. Nice. blank, sprayish. This whole side of the eye. Actually, quite a bit of shadow. Lift my references head up a bit. Change the angle a bit. See what we get. And so yeah, once again, if you're just joining, we are trying out Nocburnet's 4-layer process, which is basically a strategy in which you it's 4 layers. First layer is just a base flats layer, and then you've got a layer for shading, which is the layer that I'm on now. Shading's never been my strong suit, so this is going to be interesting for me. Yeah, and we're just checking it out, seeing if we can learn something, something new out of it. Checking it out. It's good to learn like techniques and strategies that you're not familiar with. And so yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. We had step 2 or layer 2 of this the strategy. How do we do like this level here? What we're really trying to get to now is a point where we can remove the line altogether. It's up the wall. But yeah, that's pretty much it. From the strategy point of view, or the streams kind of point, trying new strategies. I did post the link to the original Mark Brunnett, I'm saying it, Mark Brunnett's YouTube video where he explains the 4-step processes. If you want to follow along, if you want hair paint, sort of thing. Yeah, and then we're pretty much gonna go through it. Yeah, not much else to it, really. Actually, a pretty simple idea. The strategy, well, the reasoning behind why I want to test it out. I've seen a few artists use a similar strategy, not necessarily in the same four-step process, but I've seen artists who do the shading in particular as it's one of those like sort of intermediate steps between that and coloring, and it looks like it could be quite effective. At if anything, if it adds any value, improves my art at all, I'm going to walk out a winner. So, yeah, that's kind of the strategy at this point in time. So, yeah, join along if you want to, or, if you just don't feel like modding today, I completely get it. I would not blame you if that were the case. Obviously. I wonder if we should shade the lips. Probably, yeah. Probably. In this case, the top lip is kind of completely shaded. She's got like a little smile, like a cute little smile. Yeah, look, it's for me. This is the pinnacle of pain. Is practicing my shading. I've never like really grasped it because I find it, and it's weird to say, I find it a little bit boring to shade. I'm so excited to get to the fun parts, right? The coloring and things like that. That shading is often like the last thing I want to do, even though I know I'm supposed to. It's hard to like keep that focused. Keep that focus hard. So yeah, shading, never a fun time for me. But maybe I learned a new technique here and it makes it all worth it. Yeah. That would be the ultimate for me. So this kind of rotates around. Shit. You really do need to make sure that it's clear. Clear this is behind that. Just using the lasso tool to select this area. You can pound in some shading. This is hidden behind the face. So try to create that 3D look. And yeah, I mean, is my streaming working? I'm not even sure. So let's see, I've minimized. Sometimes it just works. So yeah, we're going for that real 3D look. And I'm really going to try to spend a lot of time in here in the shading exercise, because I feel like it's something that I've really been weak at, and so like I really want to like prove that it's not a weakness for me. But I'm not making excuses for myself as to why I don't shade often, and also, like, to be honest, the speed at which I can operate, or the consistency, which probably is the better word to use, is like a major thing for me. So, yeah, you got art, dude. You gotta sometimes you gotta pay the piper. As they say. The only way you pay the piper is if you actually do the work. And that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Very interesting. Just want to take the laser here. I'm trying to make it 3D is the objective. And this is quite interesting because I'm pretty sure this light angle coming from behind would still shade at the top here. So this is obviously a hard shadow cast from the hair. I say obviously, it's just shadow casts are hard because hair is, well, in this case, hair is like a sharp edge that hit, light hit. Sharp edges cause hard shadows, soft edges cause soft shadows. So, like, your face curves, and so you have a soft shadow. This would be a soft shadow because the face is curving away from the light. But who knows would cast hard shadow because it's a sharp object sticking out. So it casts a hard shadow. It's just how I understand it. Because, like, it took me a long time to understand what the difference was between the two shadows and when you should apply each of them. Eventually, it kind of made sense. Sometimes there's only one way to figure it out, and that is by actually doing it, by like figuring it out. So weird to say, but it's kind of like true. Sometimes the only way to figure it out is to figure it out. It's practice, you know? And even now, I'm an expert. I am on the right level. Even now, like for me, it's really tough to figure it out. I have to, like, because shading, shadows in general, for me is a very feely thing. So instead of like shading, really, like having a strategy, I will feel my way through, and I don't like that. I don't like the fact that I do that. I don't want to feel my way through my art. I want to actually like be confident in the techniques that I'm using. This is very weird because the reference, the art, slightly different sense. He knows. Reference it. I said it out, but I'm actually the poser, posing software. Should have just going to be closed. Maybe not left open. Or maybe dark like that, but not everywhere dark, just softer. Lip. So see, bottom of the lip is catching the light. Right, the question is, like, are we actually succeeding or are we failing hard? That's the question. Uh, Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to tell this early. Catching light. Where is this catching light? It's probably at the top of it. Just catching light. At the moment, it's like super muddy. That's, I suppose, to be expected from this kind of strategy, using black to shade, which means it's a muddy job. That whole eye. Although I really doubt it's a darker shadow. So this is like just lighten up. I think too much. Just want to take the lasso tool and create a roundness to the eyeball. Funny things, and then those aren't, they don't have upper eyelids that cast shadows, which is weird. I suppose you just gotta roll with that, figure it out for yourself. Now, this is far too complicated. Need to try to get this stuff lighter and less, more confident where the shape of the shadow. Important. Come on, blend your colors, blend. It wants to do what it's told, does it? Now let's have a nostril itself. Looks like very brush or reduction. You see? All around. Nice. We've got something here. The sun to come shoot. I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. As they would say. As I say. Yeah. Try to get that darkness right too. Center. That connects up with the rotate throughout. Although this might catch light. No, it doesn't. This is casted with my shadow. This spot here. Maybe just use the blending tool. Start blending, blending. What's weird, right, is this part here. It's actually bounce light will come into here, right? Kind of weird. Bounce light will touch the top of this eye. almost the whole way around. So it lightens up the face quite nicely. And then here, probably this curling back the pretty much well. The line catching here, line catching the cheekbone. You're gonna spend a lot of time here, guys. Just telling you now. Just note. You spend a lot of time here. Might be days, might be years, maybe a month, a couple hours. We'll spend this a long while. Let's figure out the shading. Make sure that we actually know what we're doing. Alright. Just want to actually very good. Yeah, I think we're supposed to put, I think we are supposed to use the base color in this one blend. I'm not 100% sure to be honest. I actually didn't get that far. Well, I don't think it's mentioned in the video. So we did like put down the gray, but I don't actually know if it was supposed to be gray, if it just looked gray. Sometimes it looks gray with its might possibly so. That part is a shadow, major shadow, creating a depth. Trying to at least. Now we really got to think about the crops, but I don't want the line work to actually distract us here, because this line work, you can see I was in a hurry. I was like not thinking about the folds really. Wasn't thinking about where they were. That. So keep that in mind. Now I will probably this time around focus more on the reference where the folds are. Check there's this reference is still there. You can see these folds. You can see I was like, oh, there's folds there. I'm just going to draw some lines. Pretty much. And the folds don't actually run to the correct place. Like you got a fold ending here and a fold ending here. So it looks like it's twisting, something like that. So there's two tension points fighting against each other or something like that. Well, the materials like quite loose. I don't know. But to me, it looks like the material is twisting, which is not really the reference. So yeah, we keep shading. Let's continue. And yeah, please jump in the chat if you have any comments. If you disagree with anything I say, I'm happy to take criticism. Criticism is a good thing, bad thing. So yeah, I'm happy to take the criticism, take the brunt of your anger. Tell me about your day, what you work today, how to work today. Why do I use art? Art is by why do I love art? It's a sort of landscape. See, like when I feel here, the issue I feel here is this is weird to me. What's happening here? Things like that. Like I say, the pose of art. When you have car shadows, maybe they do, and I'm just not realizing it. Car shadows on the eyes. Makes the downside is so vibrant that it's lighting up the top of the eye. Oops. Interesting. This shadow actually is not a curve. You might think it's actually a flat shadow. It looks curved. It's not. It's curved, but it's not curved. Curves this direction, according to my reference. According to the pose or not. Curves this way. I'm trying to make this very subtle so that she doesn't look old. I think I'm getting bits and bobs mosquitoes. That's fantastic. I love mosquitoes. Jokes are the worst thing. I don't think I could actually hate anything as much as I hate mosquitoes. It might not be possible. There's very few things in the world that I would be like, wipe them one out. I don't hold a grudge for many things, but for mosquitoes, boy, oh boy, oh, grudge. Let's look at this. Here shows kind of now. Like you see, this is the beauty of doing something like this. As you start to feel like there's things you don't know. Right? When you feel the things you don't know, not because you don't know them, but it means you've got things to figure out, which is good. Now I'm getting paranoid. I'm getting paranoid about mosquitoes. Can you believe it? I reckon in this case, there won't be too many shadows. Now I've got to watch out for following my line work. Because my line work was not the best point of reference here. Let's imagine this part of the head still shadow. Just shading this as like a sphere. Yes. Just use now the best I have to. Right, I don't work those lines. And then in between, I'm going to have a calm shadow. Then over here, I'm gonna try not to look at that line. But I might actually start to hide the line work. Ooh, not yet, Not yet. We've got a little bit more work to do before we can hide the line work. bit more work to do. We have to make it look a little bit more 3D. Maybe we can hide the line up and see. But the objective is to get this to a point where you can tell, like, out the line where you can tell the faces here. You can tell she has eyes. You can tell she has a mouth and things like that. All of those wonderful things that we would like. It's like lip when she rotates around here. That's the next problem. Doesn't have a lip that rotates around. This eye, right? Well, I have a few problems with this eye. Actually, one, I thought it right. Raise it up. Let's just check it without the line again. Vector, I can see the eye. Victory number 1. There's still crevices here. Spiked bounces, but bounce I can't get everywhere. You almost see the side of the eye. Unfortunately, this art doesn't. Well, I don't know if it's got a pro version. I guess maybe it has it. Let's find that line again. I'm more worried about her face than I am about her body. Just the line of the body is where it's going to hurt me a bit. See, at least. So, be prepared with scented. Mr. Car. I'm supposed to tell you that. Eddie Mac. This is more of a straight and curly thingy. Alternating between a reference. I feel like that would actually play I originally thought it would be. I feel like it would be higher. I'll take you higher. And that's purely because of the reference, not because of the. It's because of the pose, or she's got like a little bit of a smile, and so the lips. Like she's got that little bit of a was me kind of deal, something like that. We can keep doing this all day long, huh? Actually, very interesting to draw like this. I've not done this before. So yeah, very, very interesting for me to try to draw like this. I have, like I said, it's not something I've usually, a strategy I usually employ by shading first. So I'm hoping that I get a lot out of this, right? That's my, obviously the objective of this is to get a lot out of it in the sense that is everything still working? That's the important part. Let's just double check. Stream is still running. Oh. So it's looking pretty good so far. I think we're getting there. Starting to meet the criteria of 3D. Let's hope. And we are getting caught in the details, which is not what we're supposed to do. But I'm the type of person I can't like stare at something that bothers me because it bothers me. So, and plus now I'm going to really kind of look away from my line art and make the kind of changes that I think we need. So I might bring up my line art a little bit. That one. Right, look over here. Complete dead spot here. This is practically the darkest color of the canvas. Might as well paint it in very dark. Can't see anything. I don't know why I'm not just filling it, but I don't want it too dark. Then right under the arm here, well, let's see here. So I'm using a combination of the two, right? Combination of the two references, the Magic Poser web. I'll paste that in the chat as well in case anyone wants it. Magic Poser web.com, something like that. Twitch. Doing it for Twitch, about YouTube. Okay, that's on just stream. Paste it in. Or not. So yeah. What does it do with the one about? I don't know if that's not the problem. I see. Unfortunately, today the stream started very late, so I apologize for that. Yeah. Look, most interesting I want to start with. All the best. So, don't blame me if you don't follow me. It would be nice. I don't know if anyone's really watched the stream at all. I thought I relegated to never being able to stream, never getting any views. Sure. That is fine, you know why? Because it doesn't really actually matter too much, because the objective of this is not to necessarily get better at streaming, to get better at art. That's my objectives. That's my excuse, but I'll stick to it. It's just like a little darker spots. Just kind of, at the moment, we're trying to get an idea. It's a weird shit as well. Scooch here. It's going to cause a high level of shadow here, class shadow. We'll slowly get there, guys. We'll slowly get there. We'll do adjustments as we go. Of course, this entire back piece here. Shadow. Considerable amount of shadow. Might have some downside to it. And certainly some downside to it. But yeah, there isn't shadow. We'll do the balance of it today. See? These shadows here. Straight. You kind of see the underside of the leg here. Just kind of lighten the edges a bit. Very gentle. But and then from now I'm not doing bounce out, so I just use the selection tool here. Come on, Asta. You can select, can you not? Let me just cheat. Check the screen. It's strong. It's not really dark. Yeah, of course it's dark. Using the blending tool, which is something that we thought. And tool. Not telling me what to do. I feel like this is still too subtle. Are we in 3D yet? Question of anyone's mind. When we get to 3D? Let's check. I'm starting to get some shape to this character. Clay is being molded. It's all about molding. So I'm just going to follow. Do this. Take the so just start to back out where shape edges. beyond begins. Round the top. That shirt, that's a little bit brighter. Well, when I say a little bit, yeah. Too frisky there. Right there. Too frisky. Just blending till it's just a little bit gentler. I think. Yes. Her hair, in this case, is actually longer than the references, so I'm going to just fix that. References here comes up here. What's there? Just going to find it. Let's just get this thing out. I need to take the dark cover. Blender. Just get a little bit more. Because I think just a picture. Just to speed it out. So. This is awesome. I can do it. Yeah, so anyway, hat to do. Let's do that hat. A little bit of hat. I feel like make her face look so much better. Yeah. Obviously go out. Don't care. It's a dog. And then you got the hat. And then there's parts which are facing away. Right? Just the top there. Then make a medium facing. And then like this pure light. And just got like shadows of these crevices here. Let's just rotate you so it's on the screen. Maybe like the much here with this case it doesn't. It's facing kind of down from the light. It's top part here. Just try this one. Right, so over here with a shadow. These creases. Now behind the line work. At least we can see she's wearing a hat. No, big win there, in my opinion. Right, so let's just add the line back because I want to line it back because I want to do that here next. Which is this shadow that will be cast by the ear. Over here. I might even cast down here. Now if we drop the light again, and drop the lines again. Let's see, she's got here. So you're starting to get to that 3D look. And I'm quite like impressed with myself. Let's be honest. It's hard to be impressed with yourself sometimes, but it's like not bad, right? For my first attempt at sort of shading. So the shading's not as bad as I thought it would be. I guess painting without shading has worked out for me quite nicely in the sense that it's not looking bad. Let's just put. I can see that it's just got like 3D to her. So yeah, I'm very happy at this point. And I think we might start doing some creases here with the shirt. Like straight on the pattern, that's not bothering me. All the little stuff. And just shaking this portrait. Let's get it. It's like actually a straighter angle here. It's this one. Just trying to create this now. The sculpting. And so far I'm actually liking the script. So thanks, Mark. Well, enjoying it. That makes sense. And like I was saying, I think I'm very good at following instructions. The type of person has to learn like practically, and practically means making mistakes. So now we've got some other places to shade as well, which we can just hide over here. In particular, this part here. Shade very over here. Just light. Let's make it. Now we've got some definite color shadows there. I don't want to go into too much detail with the hair at this point, because I want to make some changes to it. Yeah. I'm hoping this turns into a nice new strategy for me to use. This always like this. A nice new strategy for me in terms of making my art process faster. So that would be the winner of this. And so far we're sitting at what, 7 hours. Okay, well then that's from the beginning. Let's look at the stream time. That's from the sketch. Yeah, I really need to figure out how to promote my channel, but let's not distract ourselves with real things. Stream time 1 hour 42 minutes, and the result is, I mean, this is the first attempt at this strategy, so it would take a little bit longer. Results is this, and it looks pretty good so far. I've got to say, like, I've always been like a little bit jealous of artists who are great at shape, because they can like make these clay models with their art. So it's really cool, in my opinion, to get to this point. I mean, we still got a long way to go. It's, yeah, just start to figure it out. But it's nice. It really is nice to work without the distraction of colors and things like that, because kind of free, which I like to be free to like free to worry about just the things that you want to worry about, the extra stuff, right? I should put this too, because that may have happened. This is where it peaks. It's got like a little dimpling kind of thing going on. Yeah, it's not great, but we'll fix up the chin. Don't worry about too much. Like peaks, so yeah, cuts back, so we don't have this sticky arty plotty. And then on the reverse side, take this shading color and just be a little bit accurate. So yeah, probably going to end my stream pretty soon. Got a busy day tomorrow, and I will probably return again on, if I can, I'll return again tomorrow. If not, then I'll only return again Friday, which is the plan. Yeah, so if you're watching this post stream, post live, I appreciate it. Like I'm just here talking to myself here. So any company, any fellow artists, fellow streamer artists, even better, be there. I would appreciate that. Appreciate your company, sure, without a doubt. Found a doubt in the warp that I appreciated. But yeah, doesn't mean you have to. If you want to. Yeah, this is probably where we're going to end up. Because I really need to rest. You know, I say that, keep saying it, say it again. As many times as it takes. I think we're actually the shadows now. It's up top here. That's the point. And I don't reckon she has such big bags of her eyes. And she's pretty. Probably not so big. I want to look tired. Arrow that hot. Just gonna drill up here. Lightness runs probably almost the whole way. Yeah, so I've seen a few artists doing this strategy. Well, a similar kind of strategy, and Mark Burnett posted the video of 4-layer process. I was like, okay, that looked amazing. I've got to try it. And that's why I'm doing this. For that exact reason, just to try it out, see what if it works for me. You know, if I want to include it in my process, if it gives me speed, does it give me better results? These are the kind of questions I'm sort of asking myself with this. And so, best way to figure it out is to actually try it. And that's why I'm doing the stream. I'm sort of an artist that is always looking for like good processes and things that will build my sort of art fundamentals and nicely. Yeah, so that I can just become a better artist in general. But yes, thank you so much for watching the stream if you did. And if you're watching it afterwards, I will return again. Just follow me. Because I'm either returning in tomorrow or on Friday to continue with this. I'll try not to touch it, although I won't make any promises because I actually had a lot of fun doing this today and trying this 4-layer process. Like, I'm so happy with how it's turning out. Just the face in general. I mean, one eye's a little bit Hong Kong, but your face in general is looking great, and like I'm fairly confident that I want to actually add this to my process. Where is my so I'm just trying to find my navigator. Navigator, why can't I see you? Is that window? I'm sure it's always here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's my navigator. Let's just do a little flip canvas, because I haven't been doing that. It always gives a nice fresh view on things. Quite interesting. Sense that. I feel like do I feel? Well, I feel like obviously this needs to be fine better. It's not right. And it's definitely you know, it looks alien. It really does. And I think it's the angle that's messing with my head here. And now the beauty of this is I am free. So I said I'm going to end the stream. So I'm going to end the stream. All right. We'll continue with this again on either tomorrow or Friday. And hopefully we'll have a nice piece together. And hopefully this process really adds value to my existing processes. And if not replace my existing processes, at least give me some useful skills. So yeah, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Enjoy your evenings and good luck with your